Hello everyone, my name is Jaden Young. This is my second video for my exam, and this one is about the roles of women and progressivism. So I just want to talk about the role of women and how it changed during the progressive era and how these changes affected the advancement of progressivism. And this period also spanned from the 1800s to the 1920s. It was marked by a lot of significant social and political movements that women played a crucial part in. During the progressive era, women began to move away from more of the traditional domestic roles, as in stay-at-home mom and just take care of the kids. You cook, you clean, and that's it. They sought higher education and wanted to enter the workforce in greater numbers, basically advocating for the rights of each other, basically saying, hey, if she's working, I want to work. I'm going to help her. We're both working. Now somebody else can get the opportunity to work. Women became key players in various social reform movements. For instance, they fought for their labor rights, as we all know. They also improved their working conditions, child welfare, and temperance, which sought out to curb alcohol consumption, because I'm not too sure when I say this, but I believe most women back then were probably getting beat on by their husbands because either they were drunk or they just like to do it. A lot of organizations came up. One that I kind of like-ish, that I can agree with, is the Women's Christian Temperance Union, which engaged during this time basically mobilizing women around these important issues. The impact on the progressivism basically was that these movements significantly advanced the goals of progressivism. They brought the attention to the social injustices and lobbied for the reforms that also not only benefited women, but society as a whole. Their activism helped reshape policies and also shape new policies that address child labor and unsafe working conditions. Back in the day, this shirt that I was wearing could have been made by an 8-year-old, 10-year-old, 12-year-old. Now you have to be 16 to work. They were younger than 16 working in these factories, dying and everything else. One of the most notable achievements, in my opinion, was the passage of the 19th Amendment in 1920, granting women the right to vote. It was a monumental change. It was decades worth of work that paid off. And I think the roles of women in this era laid the groundwork for future advancements in gender equality. Because back in the 1920s, males really weren't teachers. Now they are. Females weren't allowed to work at, like, let's say Home Depot or like a hardware store, because they weren't strong enough to lift the heavy things, in the men's opinion. But now they do. They work everywhere. I just think that, they secured their right to vote, but it's also great. It also opened their eyes to more of a awareness to women's rights, because it is a vital component of social justice. And in conclusion, this era marked a turning point in the role of women in American society. Their increasing participation in public life and advocacy for social reforms played such a big role in advancing progressivism and set the stage for future movements in gender equality.